Namaste everybody, welcome to Udya's classroom. In today's class, we are going to see the accounting equation. Come, let's get gear up with the class.
Yes, accounting equation. Today we are going to see the accounting equation sum. Prepare the accounting equation on the basis of the following. The first transaction is started business with cash rupees 70,000, which means the business has been commenced with rupees 70,000 cash. So it is a capital. Okay. And the next transaction is credit purchases of goods rupees 18,000, which means we would have purchased goods for our company. So we did not pay cash. So it is a credit purchases. So 18,000 we will be paying later. So it will become our liability. So if we are not paying cash and buying something, it's our liability to repay it little later, right? So it is a credit purchase and it is our liability. So this is how we have to understand when we read any transaction. And the next transaction is payment made to creditors in full settlement rupees 17,500. While reading the transaction itself, we can understand clearly. We have to observe everything starting from the first transaction onwards. So always I have told you, when we learn accountancy, we have to understand as if we are starting a business. We are investing amount in the business and we are doing some purchases and sales, like that we have to imagine. So you have started business with 70,000 and for your business you have done some credit purchases for 18,000, and the next you have settled the amount to your creditors. So who is creditor? Your suppliers only creditors if we do credit purchase. Okay, so the creditors settled with full payment of 17,500. Here we have to think properly. Immediately something to be striked. What should be striking here? So 18,000 we have purchased, and here full settlement has been done for 17,500. How come 18,000 we have purchased and full settlement could be 17,500? Which means we have to understand 500 would be discount. Our creditor would have been given 500 discount for us. It is our income, that is revenue gain, like that. Okay, it is our gain. So we have to understand it is our discount. We have to keep it in our mind. 500 discount received and 18,000 full settlement. Our creditor settled with 18,000, like that we have to close our account. And next is purchase of machinery for cash rupees 20,000. We have done some purchases for our company. Machinery we have purchased for 20,000. So these are all the 4 transactions I have taken up. Using these 4 transactions, today we are going to do the accounting equation. Alright. So here I have written all the 4 transactions. See, started business with cash 70,000, and the second one is credit purchase of goods 18,000. Third, payment made to creditors, full settlement 17,500. Purchases of machinery 20,000. So these are all the transactions. Now we don't want this paper. First, what we have to write at the top, accounting equation, and we can write number. If date is given, means you can write date and the date can be mentioned here. There is no date, so I have mentioned number. And the transactions, one column you can open, and these transactions one by one you can write. Otherwise, you will get confusion in totaling. And always assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. So all the assets, the company assets, total, if you total, the liabilities and the capital of the company should be equal. That is the reason why this is the accounting equation. Assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Okay, so we have to write all the assets this side, and our liabilities and the capital this side we have to write. So first let's understand started business with cash. Always when we take 2 transactions, there will be 2 two aspects, the dual aspects will be there, right? So started business with cash means one side our cash balance will increase and the other side our capital also will increase. So always when we are going to start a business and we are going to invest in the business means our cash balance also one side will be there and the other side in the business liability also will increase. Why the liability should increase? Because when you invest, it is your responsibility to multiple your investment, right? So it will become liability, so your capital will become liability. All right, so started business with cash 70,000. One side your cash balance in the company will get increased. So let's write, and first you have to write asset side. So this is the general topic. Under that you can write cash. One by one, seeing the next transactions, you can add up the assets. So put together, if you analyze properly, you can write in the initial stage. Otherwise, one by one you can write. So first let's write cash 70,000. One side cash balance, our asset is increasing, and the other side our liability, the same line. Here you can write in the first transaction there is no stock, so I am putting 0 here. 0 is equal to, and here there is no creditor, so 0 plus straight to the capital I am writing 70,000. All right, so the first transaction is over. Moving on to the next transaction, credit purchases of goods rupees 18,000, which means we have done credit purchases. So if we purchase, what is coming inside? Goods coming inside. That could be the raw materials for your company. So when the raw material coming inside, other side you will be paying the amount, right? So here we did not pay the amount. It is a credit transaction. So we did not pay the amount. So one side what is coming? Stock is increasing. So there is no cash. If it is a cash transaction, if you have paid cash means here how much you have paid, you can subtract. 18,000 you can subtract, and other side stock you can write. So we did not pay cash. So one side our liability only will increase and other side stock will get increased. So there is no cash, sorry, 0. There is no cash here, and stock you can write 18,000 worth of stock has been increased, and there is no machineries here, and creditors has been increased as 18,000. So for your creditor you have to pay amount, so it is your liability, right? So 18,000 you can write here. So you can put 0 here in this transaction, nothing is there. All right, so what you have to do now, you can total now. Okay, new equation will come here. So here you have 70,000, then 18,000, plus 70,000. So here itself you can check 70,000 plus 18,000, 70,000 plus 18,000. It's equal, right? Moving on to the next transaction. Payment made to creditors in full settlement rupees 17,500. While analyzing the transaction, while reading the question itself, I have told you. So we have to understand, we have purchased for 18,000, but here full settlement 17,500 they have given. So it is a discount. Okay. So first what we have to write, if we have done payment, how we will be paying? Through cash or bank, right? So our cash balance will get reduced here. So we have to subtract 17,500 here. 17,500 will be reduced from the cash balance. So this stock will be there. 18,000 as it is. So here I am putting 0. So where we have to add up here, our creditor has been settled. How much is our creditor? 18,000, right? So we have to deduct our 18,000. By mistake, we should not write 17,500 because they have told full settlement has been done. So full settlement of creditor 18,000, our liability 18,000 is deducted here. So what we have to write, this discount received should be added in the capital. So our capital is 70,000. This 500 will add up in our capital. We have increased our capital. Can you understand? So the discount has been added up in the capital. That's all. Now new equation we can equate 70,000 minus 17,500, 52,500 only cash balance now we have, and 18,000 stock we have, and machinery so far we did not purchase, and the creditor became 0 plus 70,500. So here 70,500, 18 plus 52,500, you will get 70,500. It is equal now. Moving on to the next transaction, purchase of machinery for cash 20,000, which means giving our cash we would have purchased machinery. So cash balance will reduce one side and the other side machinery will increase, right? So how much is the amount? 20,000. So we have to deduct 20,000 from the cash balance, and stock will be there as it is because we have not done any sale. So stock it is there as it is, and machinery has increased 20,000. Okay. So now what we have to do, no, there is no creditor, and this side, so total 20,000 cash is reduced, and the other side 18,000, 20,000, 18,000 we need not to write here, because when we write the total we can write here, we can write 0. Otherwise you will get confusion. Sometimes we will be adding 18 plus 18 like that. So let's put 0 here, 0 only. When we add, we can write 18,000 in the total column, right? So minus 20,000 and it is 0 here, and machinery one side increased 20,000, and 70,500 will be there as it is, so 0. So there is no confusion here. So 52,500 minus 20,000, we will get 32,500 plus 18,000. When you write, be careful here. So sometimes there are chances we will commit mistake here. We will be writing like this. So we should be very careful. And again 20,000. Okay, so 32,500, 18, 20,000. That's all. This side 0, and our capital is 70,500. All right. So if we total all these things, we should get 70,500. Otherwise, we have done some mistakes in the equations. We can understand. So total 32,500 plus 20 plus 32,500 plus 18 plus 20,000, you will get 70,500. That is, whole assets is equal to liabilities plus capital 70,500. So 7,500 equal, which means our equation transactions all correct. Okay, hope you are clear with the accounting equation. With this understanding, we will end the class today. I'll meet you in the next class. Till then, it's bye from Udaya.